Welcome to this week's English edition of Pápa TV. We're glad that you've joined us. 3 books illustrated by Győző Somogy were on display November 18th at the Esterházy Castle Chapel. The theme of each is Hungarian warfare, and they show the details of the freedom fighters' uniforms and medals. Those in attendance were able to see similar uniforms worn by members of Pápa's historical club. Their collection includes gear from the 10th century through World War II. Kálmán Tóth, vice president of the Hussar Club of Pápa, said the books show soldiers from the early ages to the present era. Mayor Tamás Áldozó also emphasized the importance of the Hussar Club for the traditions they uphold. The museum director said these books fill a gap in Hungarian culture because such detailed books haven't been published in years. More in this series will be published soon. A new office building that fits into the environment has been opened in Bakónbél by Bakonyerdő plc. Chief Executive Officer László Varga said the building is in harmony with nature and was built with 76 million forint from local governments. The 200 square meter building gives the impression of an early Hungarian cottage while being environmentally friendly with features like wood heating and triple glazed windows. The wood for the office building came from the Bakón forests. An art exhibit titled The Center of Pápa, the Masters of Pápa, from the Károly Bíró Foundation includes 5 different programs. The first is a collection of drawings, paintings, and photographs contributed by art teachers. Gyula Kocsis, a member of the Foundation's Board of Trustees, said they invited teachers to bring 3 of their own works that depict the city center, and there are a number of outstanding pieces. Károly Bíró also has 2 of his paintings in the exhibit. Mrs. László Méző was mesmerized by the whole collection and said it is obvious the artists painted with a lot of love. The exhibit will be on display until December in the Teacher Center. 11 policemen were awarded for their bravery during the Red Mud disaster that struck October 4th, 2010. Awards were given by Interior Minister Sándor Pintér and Chief of Police Sándor Tureki. László Kovács, Deputy Mayor of Devecser, spoke of the losses caused by the disaster and thanked those who helped for their bravery. He said that because of cooperation within the town, Devecser became inhabitable again, but it wouldn't have happened without all of the help and boldness. The Chief of Police said that police forces from Pápa and Veszprém County helped tremendously. In that dangerous situation, he said it was necessary to do their jobs with a cold head and a warm heart in order to overcome the shock and help those in need. The Pápa City Council purchased a license plate recognition device for the local police department. The device cost 1 million forint and The Pápa City Council purchased a license plate recognition device for the local police department. The device cost 1 million forint and is able to identify vehicles that are on the road illegally. The device was presented to Chief of Police Csaba Szabon by Mayor Tamás Áldozó. The mobile device recognizes illegal registration numbers, spots vehicles that are behind on taxes, and knows when a vehicle's MOT has expired. This intelligent device can recognize a car by its color and license plate. When it connects to the central database, the car's details are provided. Police will know if the color has been changed, if it's been stolen, or whether or not it has a valid MOT. With this information, the police can stop drivers to check the car's documents. Emergency sirens in Pápa were tested November 21st by the Catastrophe Management Team. According to the mock emergency plan, sirens were sounded at 3:15 a.m. when a satellite crashed into a populated area. The mock emergency ended at 9 p.m. Broadcasting on channel M1 and public and commercial channels were interrupted with news and information about the imaginary disaster. 5 messages were broadcast throughout the day. Zoltan Goal, head of the Pápa Civil Defense, said it was emphasized to residents that this was only practice. The fire department and reserve officers were on alert, and the Civil Defense Service tested sirens for 6 seconds instead of the usual 2 minutes in consideration of residents. The recently discovered cellar in the Main Square excavation project is now known to be 3.4 meters deep. A medieval prison, torture chamber, and gallows were found in this area. Bullets and about 300 coins are among the latest findings. More and more items have been distinguishing Pápa as an important center of medieval commerce. While the December forecast does not promise any significant moisture, companies that manage the city's roadways have already prepared for the winter. Snow blades and snow blowers and de-icing and snow removing machinery are ready for action, but until then they sit in a storage yard nearby. Laszlo Banhidi and his team are watching the forecast for a turn in the weather, and when necessary will call the winter machinery into action. The city of Pápa has 6 high-performance machines and 4 smaller tractors to combat winter moisture, and if necessary, the city can involve some other companies. Mr. Banhidi said that his department manages 100 kilometers of roads and sidewalks in front of council flats, bus stops, and public places. Snow fences are next to the roads, and the on-call service is active. Children from 8 nations attend the Andras Fay Nursery School, and project weeks have been organized to help them get acquainted with the traditions and holidays of their international classmates. Hungarian Week took place at the end of October, and American Week introduced the students to the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday in November. In preparation for American Week, parents played a big role in cooking, baking, and providing information to the teachers so they could plan games and programs for the children. They learned about the Indians who helped the settlers, ate pumpkin pie, made turkey headdresses and fans, played games, and sang songs in Hungarian and English. Next is Swedish Week in December, when the children will learn about Swedish customs and traditions. The Tartsi Lajos Bilingual School also celebrates the traditions and customs of other nations. Last Wednesday, the students celebrated Thanksgiving. Teachers and students, American, Hungarian, Norwegian, Swedish, Bulgarian, and Dutch, enjoyed plays and songs and wore costumes of the Native Americans and Pilgrims. American teachers Muriel Edmond and Tracy Adams helped coordinate the event. On December 1st, Mayor Tamás Aldozo will answer questions from Pápa residents in a live broadcast from 6:15 to 6:30 p.m. Questions will be taken by phone on the night of the broadcast or in advance via email. Mayor Aldozo said he is delighted to address matters that concern the city and will answer to the best of his knowledge. Station manager Andras Varga said they want to encourage dialogue in the form of questions and answers. Topics will depend on what concerns the residents, and questions sent via email will help decide the theme of the live show. The deadline for renovating the Esterházy Castle is the end of November 2013. Interior and exterior renovation, adding features, and installing outdoor lights are high priorities for the project. Managing Director Dr. Temeshvari Balaz said that thanks to Pápa's hard-working attitude, the city can afford the 1.9 billion for rent project. The European Union supported it with 1.5 billion for rent. The EU support significantly contributes to the city's culture and traditional heritage, and this renovation will attract tourists that bring profit to Pápa and Hungary. Mayor Aldozo said that with only 2 years to complete this project, every minute counts. Unless technical problems slow construction, the project could be finished earlier. Thank you for watching this week's English edition of Pápa TV. We'll see you again online next week.